So guys, today I got this Chapter 9 collection by Zara coming right at you, and if you want to find out more about these 4 new fragrances, then keep on watching this video for all the details, because I'm about to share with you all of my thoughts on them. But before we get started, I would really appreciate if you could give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel. And once you're done with that, we can get started with these. So hello and welcome everyone to today's Chapter 9 collection or review by Zara that has just recently been released, and I got super excited seeing it in the shop, although I didn't even know about them. So maybe you haven't tried them out yet, and that's where I hope this video is going to be helpful for you in case you would like to find out my thoughts on other fragrances by this brand. Check out the description box down below. As always, you'll find all the health information, and on that note, let's get started with these perfume infusions, how they're called. And I found this is such a fun name, especially with spring and summer. You might think these are lighter fragrances, which some of them are, but in fact they're all eau de parfum concentrations, and I got them in these smaller size formats of their signature bottles. And in fact, if they were only available in bigger bottles, I'd probably pass on some of them, but this way I thought, what the heck, let's spend all of my money on the Zara Perfumes. So I'm here to share with you my thoughts on them, and I want to get started with the Secret Infusion. So this is a pretty feminine fruity floral fragrance with note of pear in the top. It is pretty juicy but kind of muted, so you can't pinpoint the notes in there. There is something floral going on. Peony and violet should be in here, but they're not too noticeable. Everything is musky, everything is woody, and in fact this is not a bad perfume, but for me it is just a little bit uninspiring because it smells very commercial, it smells very safe, which is not a bad thing, especially if you are looking for a very everyday time-friendly type of fragrance. But when I saw the notes, I was hoping that with pear and violet they might take it to the guidance direction, and you might think that I'm crazy comparing Amouage and Zara here, but in fact they've already done something like that with their fragrance Hipster Oud from the Oud collection, which is still one of my favorites till this day that Zara has done so far. And Hipster Oud is a phenomenal, very beautiful, classy and modern type of powdery perfume, not woody at all, that is very similar to Guidance by Amouage, that is very that is super expensive and just as good. So I was hoping that it's going to be similar to that, and in fact, although it gets compared to the classic Versace Bright Crystal, I would say that yeah, they are kind of watery, fruity, floral fragrances, but this has way more recognizable character and makes a bolder statement than the Zara perfume that once again might be lovely for every day, but for me is a little bit boring. However, the next perfume is definitely very impressive and actually quite unisex, and because of the name I was super curious about Pistachio Infusion, because pistachio is one of the trendy notes these days, and I thought it's going to be similar to Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali, and the only similarity is a very faint green color touch, because they are very different. Kayali's perfume is this very creative green and juicy mouth-watering type of gourmand perfume, and Zara's fragrance is also gourmand but heavy, dark, definitely oriental, nutty because of the texture, but not too much of pistachio in here, because I'm smelling so much of coumarin, you guys. And just in case tonka bean note is your favorite, maybe you will actually really enjoy this one. And just in case you're looking for some perfume recommendations with tonka bean, then check out my best of episode dedicated to this note in perfumery, because I've been so obsessed with tonka bean centered fragrances that I created like the most fantastic top list. So check it out and check out this fragrance in case you like perfumes that are oriental, that are very sweet. We also have iris in here. I'm not getting much of it, maybe it's there for the texture. It is kind of powdery and has the best performance out of all fragrances from this collection. Being unisex, I find that men and women will enjoy it maybe on a night out, because it has this warming, beautiful sillage that definitely reminds me of some oriental sweets, and it is kind of similar to a very inspiring fragrance to many brands these days, which is Kilian's Angel Share. But you know what it's not? This nor it's this, and it's definitely not this Italica by Xerjoff. No. These are different kind of fragrances. Maybe Tonka Bean is in all of them, but once again, this is definitely kind of dupe for Angel Share, which is funny because they've already done that with their Nocturnal Life. And by the way, you guys, who remembers me smashing this huge bottle on my floor? I mean, like, the entire room was smelling so delicious. But this has more of this smoky element that is mysterious and very interesting, and I'm not getting that in Pistachio Infusion. In fact, it's kind of flat, lovely, but I would layer it with some other fragrances. However, the next perfume is definitely the most simple one out of this entire range, and it is called Juicy Infusion. So yeah, it's kind of juicy because in the top we also have the note of pear, like in the first fragrance. I mean, like, why not to have fun and switch it up from time to time? But okay, we have another pear perfume, this time in company with black currant. So yeah, it is definitely juicy. It's the fruitiest one. And then we have like a big white floral note in here that's supposed to be jasmine, but it is so, I mean, like, very simple that you can't recognize jasmine in here. And it's a pity because I thought maybe they would make it smell a little bit bolder, edgier, having like this opulent floral perfume might be nice, but it smells childish, and I don't see the reason why they created this perfume in this more luxurious presentation when they've already had it for more commercial, I mean, like, more girly looking bottles, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm questioning this perfume that once again is not a bad one. In fact, it reminds me of a fragrance you might want to gift to your daughter or niece as the first ever perfume, and I'm thinking about mine, which was Ralph Lauren's in a turquoise bottle. That's actually what my mom gifted her niece, and it's a beautiful fragrance. It actually reminds me of my childhood, but it is so uninspiring that I would definitely wear Secret Infusion and Juicy Infusion together, and that would be something a little bit more interesting. But these would be the passes for me, because the last but not least, actually my favorite one, is Ruby Infusion, and it's definitely me in the bottle, because this is your sweet fruity floral gourmand, and it opens with a note of, guess what, black currant. Once again, I mean, like, why not to put strawberry or raspberry in there just to have fun, you guys? Maybe creative directors of Zara thinking another way, obviously, but you know what, guys, take notes from Yana. She always has some great ideas for you, and this is a beautiful perfume that is in style of my favorite gourmand, Love Don't Be Shy. It is just as sweet, less floral, maybe a bit less juicy. In fact, it is closer to Oriana by Parfums de Marly because of that marshmallow note in them, and it smells like your sugary sweet candy, but it's flirty, it's trendy, it smells in. It's similar to their other fragrances like this one that I got, but I found that Give Me a Sign, that I believe is out now, is a little bit juicier than this. It's super fruity and also sweet. That's for I would wear it with Pistachio Infusion, and these would definitely make a bold statement, and they are also very recognizable perfumes that people find lovely. These are definitely better performers than the previous florals, and that's for you'll get noticed with them. They smell like niche perfumes, so a bit more luxurious, and I would recommend you to look into these two. Maybe check out the other ones as well. So if you see this new collection in the shop, give it a try, and if you've already done so, let me know what you think about it. But overall, I hope you found this video helpful, so make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel, because that is very supportive of you and I'm very grateful for that. Down below you'll find more helpful information like my previous reviews on Zara Perfumes and some discounts with which you can shop fragrances and save some money. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. And also, if there are any other perfumes, whether it's Zara or another brand that you want me to review, just let me know, and make sure to stay tuned, smell good, follow me on my social media so we stay in touch, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.